Hello and welcome to another Harry Potter video, and today we are going to talk about my favorite Harry Potter movie, The Chamber of Secrets. So here you see I'm actually representing Team Hufflepuff, because I'm in Team Hufflepuff, because I want to show you this is my favorite movie in the Harry Potter franchise. I'm not going to talk about the cast members because it just feels like exactly the same cast. There are new casts into this movie as well, but it's mostly just the same. And obviously from the Sorcerer's Stone was starting in 2001. This one's 2002. So it's pretty much 1 year. So fortunately this time Harry Potter is 11 from the last movie. Now he's like 12 years old. So they're like getting older in each like movie. Harry is staying with his other family members with the Dudleys. And fortunately enough, he got a new room. So fortunately, he is not living in that little small room underneath the steps and stuff. He actually has a room which was spare of one of Dudley's room. Unfortunately, Dudley is just being still rude to Harry.
Who'd want to be friends with you?
There are visit guests coming to the Dursleys' house, and fortunately, they're like trying to improv of what's gonna happen.
In the lounge, waiting to welcome them graciously to our home. I'll be waiting to open the door.
And then Dobby shows up in Harry's room, and Dobby is a slave elf. And fortunately, he doesn't want Harry to go to Hogwarts. So he got Harry in trouble by putting a spell where the Aunt Petunia made a cake for the guests. And Dudley, again, put a spell on the cake and then totally dropped on one of the guests' head. And fortunately, it looks like Harry is about to like do it, so it kind of pretty much looks like Harry did it and blamed on him. So Harry basically got troubled. Ron, Fred, and George come to the Dursleys' house and basically pretty much save Harry, and they use the flying car. This is the first time we're going to see the Weasley's family house, and fortunately the Weasleys are very poor, and all around in their house is like all magic and stuff. It's pretty cool. This is also the first time Arthur Weasley first met Harry Potter.
Good Lord. Are you really?
There's another way to go to Diagonal Alley, and it's like going through like a flame portal, and fortunately Harry went to the wrong area. Seeing Godly Lockhart's the first time, a person writes his own books and do a bunch of amazing spells. This is also the first time we're meeting Draco's father, Lucius Malfoy. And he basically took a book out of Jenny's bucket and then also add another book into the bucket. And fortunately, nobody didn't found he put another book in there besides Harry. Harry and Ron cannot get to the other side of 9 3/4 to the Hogwarts Express train. And fortunately, they use the flying car, but fortunately, they're in the Muggle world area. We had a little small class with Professor Sprout with these like annoying like tree branch. Lockhart's basically free some pixies around the Against of the Dark Arts class, and pretty much Hermione like stopped all the pixies. The Gryffindor Quidditch team was about to go to practice, but fortunately the Slytherin team found a way to get practice, and they got a new seeker, and fortunately is Draco Malfoy.
My father can afford the best.
The Chamber of Secrets is now opened because there are now words on the wall which just said that the chambers has been opened. And then Miss Norris, the cat, got petrified and was hanging on one of the torch. Hermione asked Professor McGonagall about the Chamber of Secrets, and she was telling what happened long time ago when there were 4 house wizards showing of each house and of the members of the groups, but fortunately 3 basically went good and 1 didn't. Obviously you know who that is. But we got Godric Gryffindor for the Gryffindor team. He's like a pretty jack dude with a sword. Helga Hufflepuff, representing for the Hufflepuff. Heck yeah, heavy person. But I feel like she's kind of like a very sweet person and stuff. And then also there's a thing where there's food involved with the Hufflepuff. They like to bake. Rowena Ravenclaw for the Ravenclaw team, and she's very wise, I guess, because Ravenclaws are very smart. And Salazar Slytherin for the Slytherin team, and obviously you know the Slytherins are bad. Not all Slytherins are bad, but mostly they are. We got another Quidditch match, Gryffindor versus Slytherin again. The ball went crazy chasing Harry around.
Training for the ballet, Potter!
And unfortunately, when the ball is chasing Harry, Draco and Harry were facing each other trying to get the Seeker to win the game. And Draco got injured, and then fortunately, Harry actually caught the snitch again to win for the Gryffindor's team, and also he caught it with a broken arm because the ball, the bladger ball or whatever you call it, basically came through and pretty much damaged Harry's arm, you know. But hey, Gryffindor wins. Merle Myrtle is one of the goes into the girls' bathroom. There's a spell duel, Lockhart versus Professor Snape. And then after that duel is done, we basically got Harry versus Draco duel.
Scared, Potter. You wish.
Draco actually did a spell to basically bring a snake out, and then the snake was talking to Harry, and Harry does Parthel tongue, speak to snakes or whatever. Unfortunately, why Harry can talk in snake ways and stuff, because a little bit of Voldemort's soul is into Harry, and Voldemort can speak snake language, Parcel tongue. Harry and Ron gave food to Crabbe and Goyle, and they were eating the potion, what they had, pretty much just knocked Crabbe and Goyle down.
How thick could you get?
And then they had to dress up as Crabbe and Goyle and went to the Slytherin room to get some, evidence of who's the heir of Slytherin, opening the Chamber of Secrets. And fortunately, they were just talking to Draco Malfoy. Harry found a book in the bathroom, and fortunately, it is Tom Riddle diary, and he opened it and wrote some stuff, and then the diary took Harry into a flashback throwback of where Tom Riddle was a very young student at Hogwarts. And this was also a time where the Chamber of Secrets was opened the first time. And fortunately, we know it's Tom Riddle did that. And the monster basically killed a Muggle-born student at Hogwarts, and that was Merlin Myrtle, so that's why she's a ghost now. And then also Tom Riddle basically blamed it on Hagrid as well. Unfortunately, Hagrid didn't do anything. Now we got Hermione was petrified from the monster, and she was basically holding a mirror. Again, she's not dead, she's just petrified. And so she had to be in the hospital for a very long time. Harry and Ron had to follow the spiders into the woods.
Why couldn't it be follow the butterflies?
And we fortunately met Hagrid's giant spider pet. Ginny Weasley is the person opened the Chamber of Secrets and went down the Chamber of Secrets. Harry and Ron took Lockhart's down to the Chamber of Secrets as well. Fortunately, we now know Lockhart's is like a fraud. He didn't really did a lot of, amazing things what he said in his books because he's a fake. He took Ron's wand when they were in the Chamber of Secrets, and he was going to put a spell on Harry to take his memories away, and fortunately of how bad Ron's wand is, it backflashed on him. So now Lockhart's lost his memories.
It's an odd sort of place, this, isn't it? Do you live here?
Harry basically went through the Chamber of Secrets and see Jenny on the floor, pretty much like very cold and stuff, about to die. And then a memory of a young Tom Riddle, the one we saw in the throwback story we had, basically told Harry he is Lord Voldemort the whole time. So it's crazy enough of this is Voldemort, but a young version. Dumbledore's Phoenix pet Fox came and basically brought the Sorting of Hat to Harry, and then the Basilisk came out and start attack Harry. And then Fox came again and basically blind the Basilisk, because fortunately for the Basilisk, it was, if you look at the eyes or something, you can like immediately like die and stuff. And fortunately for the other people, was petrified to the Basilisk and stuff, similar as to Miss Norris, and there's other people as well, and even Hermione was also petrified. Fortunately, they didn't really look at the Basilisk like right at to like his eyes or whatever. They were looking at some other thing, so that's why it petrified their body and generally than just killing them. So now Harry can absolutely see the Basilisk by not dying in a way, but fortunately the Basilisk still can hear, but just cannot see. And then the Basilisk came again another time and stuff, and then fortunately the Sorting Hat had a gift to Harry, and generally because he is part of the Gryffindor team, and Godric Gryffindor's sword was claimed to Harry because the sword only goes to any Gryffindor if they need it. So he took the sword and just start fighting the Basilisk, and like, I don't know why, but this is like my favorite scene in the movie, and Harry is just badass with the sword, and stuff. And then fortunately, he stabbed the basilisk, killed the basilisk as well, and also the basilisk even like stabbed one of his fangs into Harry as well. So he's like bleeding and taking down the basilisk at like the same time. And then he basically took the fang thing out of his like arm, and then basically grabbed the diary and stabbed it. And then the diary is like, I don't know, bleeding in a way, kind of weird. And then pretty much Tom Riddle memory was like fading away every single time he like stabs the diary with the fang. And fortunately, Jenny is okay. And then Fox came the third time to help Harry and Jenny. And Fox basically cried on Harry because he has healing powers to heal Harry's wound on his arm. So fortunately, everything is okay at this time and stuff. And then fortunately, they got out of the Chamber of Secrets. We found out Dobby slave family is the Malfoys, and fortunately the Malfoys are rude people, so they're gonna, be rude at Dobby. But there is a time where the diary and then basically sneaked it to Lucius Malfoy, and then after that Malfoy basically gave it the diary to Dobby, and then after that Dobby opened the diary and there's actually a sock, means of enough of if the master gives clothes to their slave, the elf will be free as well, will not be in slaves for the Malfoys anymore. So Harry basically helped Dobby to not be slaves to the Malfoys family anymore. So now Dobby is a free elf. Hermione shows up and basically hug Harry and not Ron, and a lot of people are really showing enough of like Hermione and Harry has like a thing together and stuff. And fortunately Ron is kind of like awkward around Hermione, because those are just those characters in a way. And then after that, Hagrid came and thanked for Harry because he was going to prison of Azkaban because of what he did long time ago of opening the Chamber of Secrets. But fortunately, it wasn't him, it was Voldemort did that, or Tom Riddle, you can say it, and stuff. But yeah, and just overall, like a great ending to the movie by celebrating for Hagrid to come back. So just happy thoughts on there and stuff. That's basically it from all the movie. This was actually my favorite Harry Potter movie out there and stuff. Again, like the badass scene, Harry with sword, a Gryffindor fighting the basilisk and stuff, helping Jenny and stuff. It was like a pretty cool moment and stuff. Lockhart is just hilarious in the beginning and stuff. Obviously, he's a fraud at the end and stuff, but he's generally like hilarious. But it's a big movie and stuff. It really shows a lot of cool scenes I really like. I like Quidditch. I like to see Harry taking down Draco every single time because Draco is a bad person. So, I don't know that they got that. Get excited for the next movie. We're going in orders and stuff. So don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. And have a nice day, and thank you for watching.